Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is the first time I've ever done anything besides cover magic before. Doing something a little bit different, so definitely won't be the last time. This is Epic Card Game. This was kickstarted back in 2015, and I actually found it a number of years ago, and I bought one of these packs. And played with it a little bit, not a lot, but I've kind of gotten back into it after a long while. You can find these for anywhere between 15, 17, sometimes a little bit less than that, depending on where you order it from. So it's a deck box of 120 cards, and they have released expansions since then. And the cool thing about this is that there's no chase stuff, which, I mean, if you like that stuff, then you're going to be a little bit disappointed. But whenever you buy one of these, whenever you buy one of the expansions, you're going to get the same cards that everybody else did. So there's no special foil rare, mythic, full art, showcase, masterpiece cards or anything like that. You're going to get the same 120 cards in this box that everybody else got. So if you like that part of it, that's kind of a cool thing to do. So, like I said, kickstarted in 2015. This is the rule book that comes with every one of these boxes. So, game concept, design, and development, Robert Doherty, and then lead game development and art direction is Darwin Castle. And those are the two biggest names that you're going to find. And if they sound familiar, that's because they're both MTG Hall of Famers. So, definitely no coincidence that the game plays a lot like Magic and has a lot of elements. And a lot of this isn't a how to play video. I just wanted to go through the cards basically and kind of give an intro to it. But I'm going to be using a lot of Magic verbiage when I go through the mechanics and stuff. So let's start with the back of the box. You got the alignments here. You got evil, good, sage, primal, and then sage. And the easiest way to break it down is, evil is a mix of red and black, good is white, primal is green, and sage is blue, if you want to look at it like that. Okay, so 120 cards plus, I believe 6 double-sided tokens for this. All right, so let's go through a little bit of this. So start with. All right, this is what an epic card looks like. So you got Amnesia here. This is the alignment up here. And then the resources for this, there's no land. So that makes the games a little bit less... I like it because it makes it a little bit less random. If you've played Magic, you've been mana screwed or you've been mana flooded before. With Epic Card Game, you get 1 gold a turn. Each player does. And it doesn't carry over to the next turn. So if you don't spend your gold, you can't, save it. Oh, I got 2 gold this turn. No, you lose it. You lose it at the end of turn. You get it back at the end of your next turn. The beginning of the next turn. So this is a 0 cost. You either have 0 or 1 in it. Obviously. I thought this would kind of break the game a little bit. So if you're doing a constructed thing and you just fill a 60 card deck with 0 cast cards. In the rulebook, it states you can't do that. So, bummer. If you put 0 cost cards, you have to double 1 caster. So if you put 1 of these, you need to have 2 1 casters. 20 0 casters, 40 1 casters. You get the idea. This is an event. There are creatures in events, so there's not a lot of different card types. It's definitely more streamlined than Magic is. Not as nuanced, I would definitely say, but a little bit less complicated. I definitely say that. Okay, so this is an event. You cast it during your turn, or you can cast these during your opponent's turn at certain times. I don't think I'll get into that today, but so this event, you banish target player's discard pile, graveyard, essentially. So banish means, it sounds like exile, but basically what you do is you put the discard pile on the bottom of the opponent's library. And then it also has a recycle ability, which means you can banish 2 cards out of your graveyard, put them on the bottom of your deck, and draw a card. Or you can pay 1 gold and draw 2 cards. So if you're casting this, you're not going to use up your gold through the turn, so you can still use that second option if you want to. So a little bit of resource management there. So another 0 caster, another sage. All the champions, or all the creatures I should say, you got the 0/1, so power and toughness. So it's a sage, human, mage, champion. All the creatures are called champions in Epic card game. So this has blitz, which is essentially haste. So you can tap it, which is a symbol here, to deal 2 damage to a target. And then this ability here is if you cast another sage card, you can prepare this card, which means untap. The rulebook goes through all the terms. It might take a second to memorize all of them, but eventually, if you played Magic, you kind of get the idea. So there's one. All right, here's another sage card. This is a 1 caster this time, Ancient Chant. You can draw 2 cards, or you can draw 2 cards. You can also pay 1 gold to recall this, to bring it from your graveyard. So you use this while it's in your graveyard. Pay 1 gold, bring it back to your hand, and then when this card leaves your discard pile, it gets this effect, which you draw a card. I'm not going to go through every card. I'm just going to kind of give you a basic idea. Oh, there's our first evil card. 1 caster. It seems like a lot of the creatures are a little bit bigger. Like I've seen some crazy, 2020s and stuff like that. You tend to see them a lot more. And so games have a tendency to go a little bit quicker. You start with 30 life in Epic card games, so but they still go. They can still go a little bit quicker. So you got 6/5 evil angel champion. Airborne means it has flying. Loyalty 2, so this is not... Well, it is something they do in Magic, but they don't necessarily have a name for it. So Loyalty 2 means you, when you cast this, if you reveal 2 evil cards from your hand, then you get to break all of their champions, which means destroy all of their champions, which is a pretty powerful, get a board wipe. So airborne champions can only be blocked by other airborne champions. Good. All right, there's a good one this time. So it's a 5/6 good angel champion. It has flying. It also has ambush, which is flash for Magic. You can cast it during your opponent's turn. Only in certain spots, of course, like I said. Tribute means basically enter the battlefield. So enter the battlefield, you get this effect. You gain 5 health. And it has loyalty 2, of course, like I just said. You reveal 2 good cards in your hand and you gain 5 health. Oops. I want stuff around here. Angel of Mercy, like it's on the front of the box here. Another good card, 4/5 airborne ambush, so flying flash. At the start of your turn, you may put another good champion from your discard pile into play. All right, then you got Angelic Protector, same thing, basically, nothing really new. Well, okay, I shouldn't say that. Target Tribute, as it enters the battlefield, target champion gains Unbreakable, means it sort of like indestructible for Magic. It means it doesn't go to the graveyard when it goes to 0 health, that kind of thing, and it can't be targeted by things that say break target champion, something like that. So can't be destroyed, can't be targeted. So hexproof, essentially. Okay, draw 2 cards. Nothing new there. If it's your turn, return all champions in the discard pile to play without triggering loyalty or tribute abilities. Avenging Angel. The art on this, I will definitely say, is a little bit more I know that Magic kind of got rid of the. They said they weren't going to do any more of the cheesecake. You know what I mean? The cheesecake art and stuff like that. Well, Epic Card Game has no qualms towards that. You know, they don't mind doing that kind of stuff. Oh, here's a new one, new ability. So it's got flying, it's got the haste, but it also has righteous, which is lifelink. So if you deal 6 damage, you're gonna gain 6 health. So, and then when this card is expended, I don't know if I covered that one, but expended is essentially tapped. You cannot be attacked if this card is tapped. So pretty sweet. Banishment. Banish target champion, so put it on the bottom of your opponent's library, or yours if you wanted to, I guess. I don't know why, but player's turn it is, draws a card, so you get a little incentive to draw it on your turn. Breakthrough, here's one that we haven't seen before. This is trample, so 7/5, whatever extra damage goes through the opponent. And then and certain cards have benefits for the wild. This is a primal card, and it has the wild creature type essentially. Your wild champions get +2/+2 this turn. Okay, and you can pay 1 gold to bring it back to your hand from your graveyard. So this one has a break target champion. That player's turn is puts a zombie token into play. And also another thing, not big on flavor text. I don't know if I've actually seen many with flavor text. Very few. Everything is abilities, and they're pretty good about explaining what it is. Not always, but usually. So like I said, flying, draw a card when it enters the battlefield, and deal 2 damage to a target. Alright, put a human token into play for this Brave Squire. Gains Unbreakable and +5 attack. Sometimes I see that and I think defense immediately for some reason. I always think it's a shield, but it's not. It's it looks like a shield, but it's got the weapons on either side. Oh, there you go. Here, like I said with the big creatures, 18/18 Wild Worm Champion. Breakthrough, so it's got trample. I said, even you're at 30 life, but still you get hit. You don't want to get hit by that thing more than once. Cave Troll 5/3. Cast a Sage alignment, and you can bring it back to your hand from your graveyard. Draw 2 cards. I think we got through most of the abilities here. Certain things, yes. Here's a boost to dinosaurs. Definitely the green element to it. You got the dinosaurs and all sorts of wild stuff. Minotaurs. Here's a Corpse Taker Tribute. You may return target 1-cost champion card from your discard pile to your hand, and you can tap this to banish target card from any discard pile. Constantly moving stuff in and out of the graveyard, and that covers basically all alignments. Each alignment has that ability to some extent. So nothing gets exiled like in Magic. There's always a chance you're going to see something again. So, and I'm just going to we've seen most of the abilities here. Untargetable, hexproof. So, but I just kind of go through the art a little bit. The art's pretty cool. I mean, it's mostly your standard, fantasy stuff. Pretty cool stuff. Nothing you haven't seen before, but good nonetheless. Flame Strike, Flash Fire. I know that the Primal has a lot of the. I said the evil was a mix of red and black, but green has some red themed stuff. Dealing straight damage, stuff like that. So there you go. Here's another deal damage card. Frost Giant. Some dragons, demons, dinosaurs, humans, minotaurs, ice drakes. Not quite a dragon. Never too fond of the drake. There you go. Jungle Queen. Like I said about the art, a little bit more risque than Magic. So, all right. I think that should cover it for the most part. I'm gonna drop one where I show expansion to it. I have some packs for the Tyrant expansion, and as far as I know, it has been a while since they dropped an expansion, but I'm fairly certain that one should be coming at some point. They haven't said that they're not going to release anything else, so. At least none that I've heard. I should probably look into that a little bit better. But, so, as of right now, if you look on the Wise Wizards website, which is the company that Rob Doherty started, they have a card list, and they're up to 500 or so cards total. So, fairly good card pool. Obviously not to the extent of other games. But... Oh, and I should add too, Wise Wizard Games, they created Star Realms, which I didn't know until I did a little bit more research for this video. But oh yeah, here's your tokens at the bottom. So if you like Star Realms, it's the same company. Double-sided, beautiful wolf token, I will say. The better to eat you with. Little corny there, but whatever. And then you got zombie tokens on the back. Brains. Simple but effective. Oh, you get eight tokens, not 6. All right, then you got your demon tokens. What is thy bidding, my master? Nice and simple there. And then turn it over, and you got a human token. Your orders, my liege. So nice little. I guess I don't have to do that. I can show both. Little flip sides. What is thy bidding, my master? Well, Jedi. Or no, it's more like Sith. Sith, Star Wars kind of thing. Your orders, my liege. Good and the bad. So anyway, that should about cover it. I think I've rambled enough. That's Epic Card Game. I'm going to show off the Tyrant expansion coming up. So that's really all I got. It's a pretty good game if you want to look for an alternative to Magic or whatever. You're just looking for a card game that's cheap and simple and easy to play. So, all right, I will see you guys later. Have a good night.